My early part of my life was 1 block off the Tennessee River in Decatur. And you know, the boats are going. It was quite a transportation view from where I lived, and it just kind of gets in your blood.
From the Tennessee River to the Gulf of Mexico, our state is connected by the rivers.
I actually left home in Haleyville, Alabama when I was 18 and went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And the way I wound up on a boat, I worked on the riverboat for a little while, and the way it happened is I ran out of money, and if you get a job on the riverboat, they feed you. And I always wanted to come back to Alabama. I called Captain Mike about this boat, Mike Medeiros, the Medeiros family that used to own it. And he jokingly said it was for sale, which it wasn't, but we got to talking back and forth, and then here it was 12 years later. I was eating over at the Levy restaurant, and I saw it sitting here, and one thing led to another. I wound up buying it.
Craig had traveled the country, worked in a variety of jobs, but like the confluence of 2 rivers, his path finally crossed with the Bama Belle. Mike Medeiros died in an accident several years earlier, and the Belle had fallen into disrepair. But Craig was determined to bring her back to life.
The engines were overheating. We got all that fixed, and we took it up the river to Holt Dam, and then we come back and we took off and went to Mobile. And when you leave Tuscaloosa, the only town you actually go through from here to Mobile is Demopolis. But other than that, it's woods. And you see a lot of wildlife, you see a lot of the river boats. It's great in the evenings when the birds are flying low over the water. And we saw wildlife, alligators, a little bit of everything.
After her new maiden voyage, the Bama Belle settled back into her real role of helping create memories for her passengers.
We're doing dinner cruises, and we're on Fridays, and we're doing sightseeing cruises on Saturdays and Sundays. We go from here up to just below the Holt Dam, above North River, and come back down river and go under the bridges and turn and come back up. The whole cruise is about 2.5 hours. Everybody gets on the boat. They're a little quieter, and they're separate. And as we go up, they get to know each other a little bit. And by the time we turn and start back, it's like they're all family. Everybody has a memory. I'm not from Tuscaloosa, but I do appreciate everybody's memories, and everybody has a memory, and I really enjoy that. The people coming on and reminiscing.
And that includes the captain, who still remembers what it was like to be a boy, watching the riverboats from his front porch.
It's a very unique thing. When you're out there, it's like stepping back in time. It really is. And the boats running up and down the river, you can kind of see the river how it used to be. You can kind of get a feel of how people used to be. Like Mark Twain days, when they ring that bell, that's, the term was always riverboat a-coming, because that was the way that everybody communicated originally. That was before, riverboats were before rails even. It was a big deal, and I just enjoy that kind of stuff.
There is something free and easy about life on the river. Mark Twain noted that a long time ago. So a ride on the Bama Belle is more than just a few miles up the river. It transports you to another place and time, and it remains absolutely Alabama.